My name is Ashley, and I didn't exactly come from a warm and loving family, as much as I hoped for one. I had left home at 18 years old, not by choice, of course. I left Fresno and ended up homeless in Riverside, California. Life became more and more challenging every day. It was heartbreaking to know that I had gotten myself into a situation that I didn't think I could pull myself out of. I struggled for the first 6 months or so. It felt like I was empty, but my mind and body were still fighting. It was beyond exhausting. Trying to keep myself fed, clothed, and sheltered was something that I had taken for granted until the moment that I had lost everything. While I was homeless, a shower was a thing of the past, something that meant so much but yet so small. I had gone to an all-woman shelter to seek help. Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
I'm here for you, girl.
Okay, they said they were all full, but they could help me with letting me use their address and an answering service to do job search and contacts. I was following up with them for callbacks and vacancies at least 3 times a week. They gave me food and a jacket and kept checking up, or I kept checking back, but they were always full. I had gotten enough money from asking people for change for a decent tent. That was my home, my shelter. Every night was terrifying for me. I was petrified I was going to be raped or worse. If anyone approached me at night while I was alone, I would get vicious and brutal and just try to scare them away. I was so sick and tired of being too scared to sleep at night. So I went to this memorial site in Riverside. It was called Mount Rubidoux, a large mountain that was a 5-mile walk to the top. There was a large cement platform at the top side of Rubidoux that I had finally called home. Every day around 4 o'clock in the evening, I would start my hike back home so I could get there before dark. In the morning, I would pack my tent away and hide all of my belongings in little crevices of the mountain and put rocks in front so what little things I had would not get stolen. There was a church in downtown Riverside that would feed the homeless twice a day. I would walk down the mountain and eat breakfast and lunch. Keeping clean was the most degrading thing. I would go to a gas station or a restaurant and sponge bath in the sink. Almost every time it was cold water. Some nights I would take a bath in a big water fountain across the street from the city hall and the police station. I was surprised I never got hypothermia or pneumonia. I found this place in Riverside Mall that would pay you money to watch videos on different products and take surveys. Every day after I found this place, I would take as many surveys as they would let me. This place saved me in many ways. I was going on a year and 7 months homeless when I saw this sign at Victoria's Secret, "Help Wanted, Temporary Work." I immediately took my money that I made from surveys that day and bought myself a blouse and some slacks. I went back to the mall and talked to the manager. She told me to do an on-phone interview. I got the job. I cried so much because I knew that this was my big break, that I could finally get stable and have a real home. Also, I would be able to take care of myself. I worked there for 5 months, saved enough money to transfer to the Fresno store. I got my small apartment with some old friends, and I was finally able to give myself the life that I deserved.
Amen.
Amen.
7 years later, I am a happy, successful mother of a 4-year-old son. I'm back over there.